I just wanted to talk a wee bit about these because I'd realised that I think maybe when I was reviewing the phone that these came with, I might have been a bit harsh on them. So I think I said something like I was disappointed with them. But after just fiddling around, I've changed my opinion. So I wanted to just talk a wee bit about these. These are the Samsung Galaxy Bud. I think these are the first generation, because it doesn't say 2 on the box. These are truly wireless, and they come with this wee case, and it is a wireless charging case as well, so pretty good. I think these are around about £120, 350, 400 reals, probably around that kind of price. You maybe get them a bit cheaper on offer. Those who are buying more expensive Samsung phones are getting them free. If you look around certain places, Jarir, I think, Extra, were doing a special offer. So and I got this wee thing weight as well, which I don't wear a belt to clip on, but I suppose it's handy. So the case is relatively unobtrusive. It's as good as the, I would say, my iPhone, my AirPod Pro case. It's fine. Now, battery life, they said, is about 6 hours, 7 hours. I can't really attest to that because I'm not listening straight for 7 hours. What I wanted to say about these was, like their AirPod competitors, with if you have a Samsung phone, you have the wearables app. Once you open this up and you've had it paired, it opens up to a nice user interface. And this is the thing that I kind of missed when I was thinking about them, was it does have a number of preset EQs that actually made it sound better, and I'd probably had it on, I think I had it on the soft setting, and that's why I was kind of disappointed in a way. Now, they're really small, and of course you get the rubber, different size rubber tips to fit into the ear, and once you've kind of found the ones that are good enough for your can you see that there? Once you found the ones that are good enough for your ear canal, they really do fit in pretty decently. Each you can toggle between certain settings. There's an ambient setting that gives you more, well, lets you hear more of what's going on around you, if you were in a high traffic area or something like that, so you don't have an accident. You can change tracks and do kind of basic stuff. I found, though, because they're quite small, sometimes if I was fiddling around with them, I would be turning it on and off, but that's not a big deal. And compared to squeezing the stem of the AirPod Pro, I think this works a bit better. So, you know, that's definitely one up on the AirPod Pro. Now, where these fall down when you compare them to the AirPod Pro, and inevitably that's what I was doing, is that they really don't have any noise cancellation, which the AirPod Pro do. And the AirPod Pro noise cancellation, I think, is really very decent. So I suppose I was more used to them when I was thinking about the sound. So I was probably being a bit unfair to my buds here, because generally, for most people, this covers the if you're not an audiophile, it really covers all the kind of styles that people like, whether you like a bit more treble or really bassy, or you kind of like it kind of a bit in the middle, which is kind of my preference. Slightly more treble I like. I'm not keen on heavy bass. It's just a really well balanced sound, and I don't think anybody would be disappointed with the sound of their music through these. It's really very good. So I kind of just wanted to address it that Only, I would say the main difference. Look, I think the AirPods sound better. The AirPods, I think, have a more, and it's probably to do with the noise cancellation. The AirPods have a more kind of full-bodied sound about it. But again, it's totally subjective, because everybody's kind of tastes are um, different. Now, it's about the price, really, because if you look at the AirPods Pro, I think they're still over, what, 1,000 reals, and these, you could get almost 3 sets of these for that. So when you're looking at the price difference, are the AirPod Pros really worth it? And if you don't have an iPhone, which I don't have now, you might be right in thinking that, well, no, they're not really that worth it. So I'm going to keep them because I like them, and they pair fine with anything. The AirPod Pro, I've paired them with the Samsung Ultra that I'm using at the moment, so it's fine. Of course, you just have very minimal control of, because you don't have that app within the iPhone. So you don't have as many controls. It's not a big deal, because for the most part I'm using them as listening to music, and that's what it's all about. So the sound definitely for the AirPod Pro, I would say, is better, but I think these, for kind of all-round ease of use, and of course I'm talking about people using Android phones for the most part, the size, everything, I think, and the price is really pretty decent. There's even within the app Find My headphones, so if you lose one in the house somewhere, you can turn it on and it starts I think beeping. That's what you can do, that with the AirPods if you have an iPhone, which I don't. So luckily my family are not here, so I've less chance of losing my AirPods. So yeah. What else can I say to you? Now, I'm not sure what the difference with the the Samsung Buds 2, whatever the next generation is. They kind of look almost the same, and they're of course more expensive. So I don't really know what the difference is, but I just wanted to quickly address my maybe initial reaction to these, that they weren't totally brilliant. Now, from what I read, and I can't tell you this for definite, but the case is not as good as the life of the battery in the case, not as good as the AirPod Pro, but it charges pretty quickly. So again, for most people it's not a deal breaker. I think if you have a Samsung phone, these are definitely a sound answer or a solution to your music listening needs, and with any other Android phone, be relatively easy to pair. I believe that Windows 10 as well, that they have, I haven't tried it on the laptop that I'm using. I might try it, but I read that again pairing up with Windows 10 was meant to be really pretty easy. So I used them with also have a Samsung, I haven't reviewed it yet, but I have a Samsung tablet, and also I used them with another tablet which I'm going to review hopefully soon as well, and they paired easy. I never noticed any issues whatsoever. And the last thing I want to say, and again, this might be different for other people, but I think I found the range of the AirPod Pro a wee bit better, certainly within if I left my phone in the room and I was wandering about the apartment. These were cutting out a bit quicker than the AirPod Pro, but again, that could be a different experience for anybody else. So are they worth it? Definitely, for that price. I mean, you can get them cheaper, less than 300, and I think they will come down in price because they're obviously being superseded by the second generation. This is definitely well worth a look if you're thinking to purchase truly wireless earphones. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Stay safe, wash your hands, wear a mask. Okay, bye.